Bitcoin futures responded as we suggested last week. We've been saying for a while here that there's accumulation taking place throughout this level here. Last week, price dipped lower, and although it wasn't a textbook perfect test for supply, volume was found to be very low. When price pulled back, that suggested that the bias was towards the upside. The path of least resistance in the market was towards the upside. And that's exactly what became apparent this week. Price pushed higher and there was intent being shown. The market traded with above average volume and a wider spread than has been seen for weeks and weeks. And it's pretty much come up to the highs of this bar, this down bar here. So that was a good response. You would probably expect to see a test for supply early next week. And if the supply is found to be low, it will give the opportunity for price to continue higher. If some supply is drawn out, you may see price just trading sideways in a consolidation pattern for the rest of next week. Now, just to fill in some lines here so we can see where we are. I've said for weeks and weeks we've probably got an accumulation zone here in the background and price popped out the top. Here's the highs of that range, and the market was unable to accelerate higher here. Tested for the strength of the breakout, a secondary attempt to break out, and then price has come back and continued a accumulation back here, and this has been the more successful one, and now price is attempting to push higher again. Now, it's going to take a little bit of effort to do so, and I would expect the likely outcome early next week is for a test for supply. That is a narrow spread down bar closing mid to high on reduced or low volume. And I would expect an attempt to test for supply next week. If supply is found to be drawn out, and it may do so after this week's gains, you may find the market just consolidate sideways in response. And if supply is found to be low, that is, selling pressure doesn't emerge as the market pulls back with a narrow spread, then the bias will remain to the upside, and you can expect the market to make an attempt to push higher. That's either an acceleration or a grind higher, one or the other. So that's looking fine. It's making sense. We identified the accumulation taking place through here. We saw the lack of selling pressure emerge here, and we've seen a positive response, just as you would expect this week, to that lack of selling pressure. So that's all good.